what's coming up. So NWEA testing, if you have been with HCCA for a little while, you know that at the beginning of each semester and at the end of the year, we do NWEA testing. This helps us figure out your mics, make sure that your mics are muted. Um, so NWEA test just helps us figure out where you're at and where you might need some additional support. So make sure that you're coming to these sessions and doing your very best, because we want to use your testing scores to help us figure out what you need. And if you're not putting in your effort, then it's going to look like you need a lot more than what you actually need. And we want to be able to provide that service to those who really need it. So make sure you're coming to those sessions and giving us your best effort. If you miss a session, of course, we will come looking for you. So if you are scheduled to come in on Thursday morning and you don't show up, then we will start sending you emails, and then we'll start calling you, and then we'll start texting you, and we will be looking for you like we are um, private investigators in search of. So go ahead and come to those sessions, and let's get this done and taken care of. All right. So next, last but not least, at the end of semester one, we did an assembly where we talked about students who had earned A honor roll and AB honor roll and our most improved students, and also did some highlights for credit recovery. So as you guys know, we do a raffle, and if you are in these categories, you're entered into that raffle so that you can potentially earn a prize. And so here are our semester one raffle drawing winners. If your name is on this list, you will receive an email from me today asking you which prize you would like to claim. So congratulations to our semester one raffle drawing winners. That is for A honor roll. That's going to be Tyra Riggs and Bailey Winterowski. For our AB honor roll, it's going to be Sam Stapleton and Haley Takacs. And for our most improved, it's Michaela Pinnock and Eliana Torres. Yay, everybody. And then for credit recovery, this is just a yippee to those of you who earned some of those credit recovery credits last semester. Shout outs, of course, to everybody who's on our A and AB honor roll. Congratulations to you guys, and well done. Job very well done. So those are our students who earned the raffle and prizes. So again, you guys, if your name is on this list, you will receive an email from me today asking you to choose your prize, and then we'll get it mailed out to you. Next is Goldie's prizes. These are different. To be honest, they are not as big. School-wide prizes are paid for by the school, so they're a little bit bigger. They get shipped directly to you. Goldie's prizes come directly from me, from my house. I put your little, oh, I don't have one of my squishies, but I send you a little squishy and maybe a little treat in the mail with a thank you card from me that says you're amazing and we appreciate you. All you have to do to earn a Goldie's prize is be on any of our lists where we say congratulations and good job. And then I randomly choose, use a randomizer to randomly choose some names. So the Goldie's prizes for last semester are Chance Parker, Avery Titus, Riley Leonard, Ashton Pace, Karina Curry, and Jordan Berger. So good job to all of you on here who have earned either a Goldie's prize or a one of the raffle prizes. Congratulations, nicely done. All right. So this slide is just a welcome to 2023. Here we go. New semester, new us, right? So if you haven't already, we want to encourage all of our high schoolers to check your grad plan and make sure that you have all the courses that you feel like you should have. So if you were in Algebra 1 last semester, you passed that, you're good to go. You should be in Algebra 1B this second semester. We are not perfect people. We sometimes mistakes are made. You are our counselors, each have almost 300 students to be looking over and making sure that their classes are correct. But you guys have just one schedule. So go ahead and take a look at your schedule, take a look at your grad plan, make sure that you're enrolled in all of the classes that you feel like you should be enrolled in. If you are not, reach out to your counselor or let your teacher know that you think there's a problem, and they can get you in contact with your counselor. Um, Also, we are want to encourage you to go ahead and check your grades. So I have been pulling our grades already, taking a look, and we do have some students um, who are showing that they're not passing a class. So if you're not passing a class here a week in, that usually means that you just haven't turned something in. So you may want to go in and check that out. Go into your grades tab and take a look at what any assignments that you may have that may be missing. If you're not passing a class and you're not sure why, reach out to that teacher and they can help you out with that. All right, so we're going to talk for just a minute about credit recovery classes because a lot of you may have found yourself in some credit recovery classes. So I wanted to take a minute to explain what those are and what the difference is. So, credit recovery courses are provided to students who are credit deficient. And what credit deficient means is that at some point in your high school career, you took a course but weren't able to pass that course. So, the way that we tell if you are what's called credit deficient is by taking a look at the number of credits you have versus the number of credits that we would like to have seen you had in order for you to graduate on time. So, in order to graduate at the end of your 12th grade year, so you'll see this number down here at the very bottom, 12th grade graduation, by that time, you need to have 40 credits. Now, this isn't all, so it's not, this isn't the end all be all in the sense of graduation. There are also other buckets that you have to fill, but your counselors will talk to you more about that. Today, we're just talking about credits. So, in order to graduate, you have to have at least 40 credits. So that means that every semester of your high school career, you need to have earned 5 credits. So by the end of your ninth grade semester one, you should have 5 credits. By the end of ninth grade, end of year, you should have 10 credits. So if you are in, for example, 11th grade here, whoops, I just almost did something silly. So if you're at the end of the, well, actually, this is the end of the semester. So if you're in 11th grade right now, here at the beginning of semester one, we've already gone through the first semester. So you should have, if you're in 11th grade, you should have 25 credits. So if you look at your grad plan and you're only seeing that you have 10 credits, then what that means is we got some credits we need to earn. And the So if you're in live sessions all day long with Mrs. Gelhausen and Mr. Osborne and Miss West, if you're in those sessions, then you earn those credits by the end of the semester, right? So you're in health with Mrs. West. At the end of the semester, you earn a credit, and that's fabulous. And if you're set up that way, you can earn up to 6 credits in the live session. So the problem is if you come to us and you're already credit deficient at the start of the year, at the start of the semester, then we've got to figure out a way to help you get those credits. So if that's the case, if you are missing a couple credits, then you probably have a credit recovery class assigned to you. So credit recovery courses, you know that they're credit recovery because they have a CR in the name of the class. And the benefit of credit recovery courses is that you can move independently through those courses. So you can earn credits at your own pace. So if you're in health with Mrs. West or in computers with Mrs. Gelhausen or history with Mr. Nash, then you'll earn that credit at the end of the semester. In a credit recovery class, you earn that credit when you're done with the materials. So a lot of these classes, you're able to move independently. Excuse me, you're able to move independently. So that means after just a few weeks, if you've done all of the requirements for that class, you've demonstrated mastery of all of the standards, then you can earn that credit and be done with that class. So these classes, I do want to point out here at the bottom, these classes do count for honor roll and your improvement, all of those things that we talked about there at the start of the session where we're going, yay, AB honor roll and yay, most improved. Those, we do count your credit recovery classes for that. So even if you have, say, you have your 6 classes in the day and you're getting all A's and B's and you feel like you're doing fabulous, but if you have a credit recovery class that you haven't even started here in a few weeks, the next time that we look at honor roll, if you haven't started it, or if you just did one real quick and didn't pass it, but you moved on, then in that credit recovery class, then that's going to count against you for when we look at honor roll and improvement and those kinds of things. So, so make sure that you're checking, see if you have those credit recovery classes, and if you do, make sure that you're making some progress on those each week. So here are the different credit recovery options. If you are a student who needs a credit recovery class, then we have, there's a couple of different ways that we went through that, but here are the two biggest differences. If you only needed a couple of credits, so say you are that junior this year and you should have 25 credits and you only have 24, that means you're only missing one credit, and that's only one class. So we would have only added one class into the credit recovery platform. Um, and you're going to see that and be able to move through it, but you're not necessarily going to have a class every day for that specific credit recovery class. What you'll have is an after school option where you'll be invited. It's optional to the after school sessions. So that's if you only need a couple of classes. If, on the other hand, you need a lot of credits, if you need 10 or more credits in order to get to graduation on time, then you will see some additional classes throughout the day. And these are set up a little bit differently than the traditional live sessions. So you may only see, if you have English, you may only have that twice a week. And during that time, that's when your English teacher is going to be checking in on you. Same thing for math, same thing for social studies or science. However, of the because everybody's credit recovery program looks a little bit different. So some of you may need Algebra 1 and government at the same time, and some of you may need just all kinds of different, any variation of those classes that you can think of is possible to need. So you may have some overlapping classes, class connect sessions, if credit recovery is what you needed most. So if that's the case, what you want to do is you're going to want to go to the help session there on your live session that's going to be the most useful to you. So if you're currently in a math session and an English session, and you feel like, you know what, I'm a really good English student, but I really struggle with math, you're probably going to want to go to that math help session to make sure that you're getting the help that you need in that math class. All right. Ooh, that was a lot of talking. So I see that there have been some questions put in the Q&A. Let me flip through here. If you have a question for me, I'd like you to email it to me.